Getting pulled over by the police isn't usually a cause for celebration, but it was for a man in New England who was speeding and ended up escaping death. The whole thing was recorded on video, released this past week. We get details tonight from NBC's Ron Mott.
On the way to get ice cream, 84-year-old Gavin Faulkner knew immediately he was busted for speeding.
I saw the cruiser up on the side of the road there, and I said, too late. No sense of slowing down now. You already nailed me.
What he didn't know, couldn't possibly know, was that getting pulled over would be a lifesaver.
This is your license now.
All I can tell you is I took my license out of my wallet, and after that, I know nothing.
For the officer, dash cam rolling, it was just another stop.
Went back to my car, started to run checks and write out a warning card, at which time I heard some screaming.
What's going on? Hurry up!
The screaming was from Gavin's wife, Janet, and not because he was going too fast. He was dying. His heart has stopped.
He was unresponsive. I checked for a pulse. I didn't have one, at which time I pulled him out of the vehicle and began doing chest compressions.
Sir! Sir!
But the compressions weren't working. Backup arrived, armed with a defibrillator, shocking life back into Gavin.
They said you were a goner, and you were lucky because the policeman was an EMT, and he knew just what to do.
From a radar gun to CPR, all in a day's work for Officer Harrington.
You know, we don't have many of these, certainly not in law enforcement. You know, it's very difficult sometimes to quantify, you know, the difference we make. You know, every once in a while something like this happens and it feels good.
It was quite an ordeal.
As for speeding, for zipping past the officer 50 miles an hour over the limit, Gavin was let off with just a warning
I think I'll frame it.
and a beating heart.
We got a pulse back.
Thank you.
Ron Mott, NBC News.